the most popular ways to listen to music nowadays. It's more popular than actually both physical radio and all of the physical forms of music combined. But that doesn't mean that the old ways of doing things aren't hanging around.
That's right. In fact, they're not even hanging. They're thriving. CD and record sales have been going up since the pandemic, but what will it take to keep it that way? Claudia has given us a quick look.
We don't know what 2024 will bring, but if current trends continue, nearly half of all albums sold in the US this year will be vinyls. And the turnout at the Lansing Record and CD Show suggests that as well.
Records, CDs, cassettes, a few 8-tracks in the room even, some 78s in the room even. We had a little over 300 people today, so that was a good crowd.
In the age of music streaming and ever-changing microtrends, it's not surprising when some of the old-timers make their way back in the popularity loop. For one, vinyls are nostalgic and a thing of the past. But what might be surprising is that vinyls have actually been on trend for quite some time now. In fact, according to the Record Industry Association, vinyl albums outsold CDs in 2022, for the first time since 1987. That's nearly 20 years of growth, outselling CDs by nearly 10 million sales. So who's buying records and why?
We had a lot of younger people here today, which is really, really good. We even had one little guy in here that he was probably 10. He walked out with about 10 of them.
And he's not alone. Younger buyers have actually been leading record sales for a while. The pandemic could partially be to thank for that. Sales during 2020 and 2021 were largely driven by younger buyers, and artists like Taylor Swift and Adele only drove those sale numbers higher. It's an exciting trend for both collectors, artists, and stores. But is the trend here to stay?
If we don't have the younger people in here, this hobby will eventually die.
Some think younger people will have to keep turning up to keep the records turning.
But I think I love all of that because you got to keep it literally turning. But it's a great talker, you know, to have that conversation with people that grew up with the vinyl records, the CDs, the cassettes, that sort of thing. It just keep that conversation going so that really never dies. But great that our community is doing this.
Love that. It's actually something I've been wanting to get into, is like collecting vinyls and records as well.
Yeah.
So, love that.
Exactly. We should have one right here.
Yeah.
Player right here.
And keep the wheels turning right here on Studio 10.